Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
One of the mothers of the Southport stabbing victims has called for calm on the streets of the Merseyside town after a night where rioters unleashed chaos, leaving 39 police officers injured. Elsie Stankham, 7, was killed alongside 6-year-old BB King and 9-year-old Alice De Silva Aguiar in a horrific knife rampage on Monday at a Taylor Swift-themed summer holiday dance workshop, and following a peaceful vigil last night where thousands of mourners had gathered for a vigil to remember the victims who lost their lives. Violent thugs were accused of showing no respect to a town that's grieving. Crowds of yobs, many of whom are thought to have come from outside Southport, torched a police van and left 39 officers and 3 dogs injured, including 27 who needed treatment in hospital. But as the community rallied together against the violence, Jenny Stankham, the mother of little Elsie, pleaded for the violence to end on social media. "This is the only thing that I will write, but please stop the violence in Southport tonight," she said, the Liverpool Echo reports. "The police have been nothing but heroic these last 24 hours and we don't need this." 8 other children suffered stab wounds in the bloodbath. 5 are in a critical condition, alongside 2 women who were also critically injured as they bravely tried to save the children. And today the coastal community united to bring order back to their quiet streets. On local Facebook groups, some offered their rooms to people who needed a safe space, while others organized cleanup crews to remove the carnage of the night before. Builders offered their services for free to rebuild walls demolished after thugs threw rubble at police vehicles, and others took to social media to praise brave officers. The Bishop of Liverpool, John Perumbalath, paid tribute to the community, who is uniting through their grief. He told the Today program, "It is absolute shock and sadness. I share that shock shared by the whole community here, in a quieter community where this has not been a kind of experience they have come across. It is really a shock, and the whole community is united together in their sadness." The Prime Minister and Home Secretary joined police chiefs in condemning the sickening violence, which started barely an hour after thousands of mourners had gathered for a vigil to remember the victims who lost their lives. Just yards away from the emotional vigil, a 32-year-old man, dressed in all black with a hat on the joint hottest day of the year, was separately arrested after being caught carrying a flick knife on East Bank Street at 6:55 p.m. On nearby St. Luke's Street, rioters chanting "English till I die" surrounded the Southport Mosque and Islamic Cultural Center and began hurling rubble at police officers who had formed a protective line around the building. The violence appears to have been fueled by false claims online that the suspect was an asylum seeker who had arrived in the UK by boat. The 17-year-old boy, who remains in custody accused of murder and attempted murder, is originally from Cardiff but now lives in the nearby Lancashire village of Banks. Merseyside Police has issued a warning over an incorrect name being widely circulated online, adding, "We would urge people not to speculate on details of the incident while the investigation is ongoing." The service said 27 of its officers were taken to hospital following the violence. A statement on X said, "We treated 39 patients in total, all of which were police officers. 27 were taken to hospital and 12 were treated and discharged at scene." Merseyside Police said 8 officers suffered serious injuries, including fractures, lacerations, a suspected broken nose, and a concussion. Other officers suffered head injuries and serious facial injuries, and 1 was knocked unconscious. 3 police dogs were also injured in the chaos, with Zoe and Ike suffering leg injuries from bricks thrown at them. A 3rd dog, Kuga, who was bitten, strangled and kicked by an offender at the beginning of this month, suffered burns to her back leg, the force said. The angry mob, who police believe to be supporters of the English Defence League, started targeting the Muslim place of worship at around 7:45 p.m. 8 police officers suffered serious injuries, including 1 who was knocked unconscious. Protest.